We are loaded up and headed down to Caddo Lake for our annual fishing trip that we do out there. So it is we usually plan it around the bass spawn, but cold fronts hit, so it's gonna be hard fishing. And we'll see how it goes. So the man himself is here, he's got the waters. You ready, bud?
Let's go!
Ashton with the first fish of the trip. Turn sideways. Look at the leech on that fish. There's a giant leech. That's the swamp for you.
Ready?
What is up, everybody? We are back in the tent. It was a good afternoon of fishing for Ashton.
We made it alive, that's all that matters.
Yeah, so Ashton caught 2 good bass today. His second one had about a 10-inch leech on it, and it was pretty disgusting. We are just sitting back in the tent right now, making some dinner, enjoying some soon-to-be mountain house, which you can't see because it's too dark. But yeah, so we almost got lost in the swamp. Got off the water about, Ashton said, about 7:55.
Yep.
And we were struggling to find the trail back to camp. So
sun went down at 8 o'clock. It was pretty rough. So we know 7:45 is the turnaround time.
Yeah, it got pretty spooky there for a second. We didn't know if we were gonna find our way off, and but we did. So it was cool. Plan to hit the water early in the morning, fish really hard, try to find a pattern, and yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, what's going on, everybody? It is morning number 1 out here in the swamp. We just climbed out of the tent. It was a long night of rain, and a cold front moved in again. So it's about 50 degrees now. We're anticipating some rough fishing, but it'll still be good. Making breakfast right now and just getting ready to drag the kayaks into the water and make our way out there. We will hopefully have some luck today. Yesterday was good for Ashton. We'll see if it can be good for me today. I'll try my best. I'm gonna try to get some recording in, try to get some pictures in, but I also want to enjoy the time while we're here and not just be on the camera the whole time. So
just catch fish.
Yeah, I'm just gonna catch fish, as Ashton would say. All right, so we had to come back to shore. We made it like a good ways into the swamp this morning, and Ashton thought his kayak felt a little funny. So we got to looking at it, and it turns out there's a hole in the bottom of his kayak, and he was probably about 10 minutes from sinking the thing. So we're gonna have to run into town, get a new kayak, and then figure out what to do with the kayak with the hole in it. But as you can see here, let's see, we had to stop and dump it once, or he was going to sink. And so we'll see how much water is in here. So that's in about like maybe less than 5 minutes of paddling. It started to fill back up again. Yeah, so we're gonna go into town, get another kayak, and get back out in the swamp. There's the hole. I don't know how he managed to do that.
So this is the whole hole, but this is all like giving in.
It's all
right
cracked. All right, so we have made it back to the swamp. We both got new kayaks, so it's gonna be fun from here on out.
Hell yeah, brother.
No more sinking kayaks. So we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do with the other 2, find a way to hopefully get them back, or leave them for the next people to come and see if they want to keep them and maybe patch it up or whatever they want to do with it. Beautiful. We're getting back on the water, catch some fish. See you guys later. We are back out on the water in the new kayaks. Enjoying them. Not sinking there, bud.
I'm floating.
When Ashton's kayak first started sinking and we realized what was happening, just before then, an alligator had surfaced like 30 yards in front of us?
Yeah. Closer, maybe like 20 yards.
Yeah, an alligator came up like 20, 30 yards in front of us, sat there for a second, went back down. And then Ashton was like, hey, I think my kayak's sinking. Sure enough, it was. So we timed it pretty good. I'm getting back out to here and then picking up some new ones. So. All right, so just hooked up with a big chain pickerel off camera. Ashton got the release of it though in a few pictures, so I have proof. I actually caught a fish finally. It took a little bit, but I caught a fish and lost one other today. So I'm feeling happy now. I'm feeling optimistic. We just beached the kayaks. We are going to go make some lunch, go find a spot to eat real quick, and then get back out on the water. Got my lunch. All right, so I just lost a really big bowfin right at the kayak, lost him. And then Ashton's over here talking a bunch of shit. And sure enough, this dude sets the hook and pulls this thing out of the water. He's just killing it over here.
That's a fat sucker right there, dude.
That's a good fish, man.
That's a pretty fish.
That's
right
the
there.
best fish of the trip so far.
Yeah, it is.
We're hoping the bite's gonna stay on. Yeah, we're gonna get to work on trying to catch some more fish, so I'm jealous, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little envious. I haven't caught one bass this whole trip. I've hooked up with one and lost it, missed one, caught the chain pickerel, and lost the bowfin right at the kayak. And Ashton just rips a giant bass out of the water, so I got some catching up to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, wish me luck.
Man, what a pretty fish.
So Ashton just hooked that big fish. Not even my next cast. I pull this guy out of the water. Freaking tank. One cast later, slams it. So I am feeling pretty good right now. I was pretty bummed, but I'm pretty sure I upped him. He'll if you ask Ashton, he says no.
No, it's pretty big though.
He doesn't think I upped his fish. But this is a big bass right here, so we will we should have weighed him, we could tell, but yeah, I'm gonna get this guy off the hook and get him back in the water, and we're gonna keep getting at it. Yeah, so it's been a long day. We got on the water, fished for like what, 30, 40 minutes?
Yeah, probably about 45 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, 45 minutes. And Ashton's sitting there and he's like, hey man, there's a lot of water in my kayak.
Something doesn't feel right, Brian.
Yeah.
I need you to look at this.
So I'm looking at it, I'm like, no, it looks normal to me. And he's like, okay. So we keep fishing. And I'm sitting behind him looking at it, and I keep noticing, like, a few minutes go by, a few more minutes go by, a few more minutes go by, And then every time I'm looking at it, it's a little lower in the water, in the back end. And then he keeps sitting there just looking at his pants. He looks at me and he goes, yeah, I'm having to keep my balance in here. And I'm like, yeah, that's a little weird. So we paddle to the shore, and he gets up and stands his kayak up, and it looks like a monsoon of water pours out of it.
Yeah.
And
half the kayak was full.
Yeah, sure enough, he turns around and looks at the bottom of it. He's like, yeah, man, there's a hole. I don't know how I'm floating here.
We rolled back into town, got some new kayaks.
Yeah, we both picked up some brand new nice kayaks. Caught a chain pickerel pretty quick. Nice chain pickerel, surprised me because I hadn't caught. It was my first fish that I've actually landed of the trip. Ashton caught 2 fish first night. I had a fish that I lost, and so yeah, I hooked up with a nice chain pickerel, got him in the boat. It warmed up finally.
Warmed up.
And this dude hooks up with a fat bass.
Might have been 5 pounds.
Could have been. There's no scale, so I'm gonna say that mine was 5, his was 4. He hooks this 5-pound bass, gets it in his boat. I'm sitting there, jealous as could be, happy that we finally got some quality fish action.
Yeah, I got it on video.
Yep. And then my next cast, very next cast,
oh my God,
I get slammed and pull in a equal fat bass.
Yeah.
I would say his was bigger. I'll give him that. His fish was bigger. We do this trip every year. It's my favorite lake to fish for bass, without a doubt.
I agree.
Without a doubt. It's
I agree.
As adventurous as it can feel. All of our friends we brought out here with us have said the same thing. Like it takes you back being out here, and it's wild. It's a wild place.
It's a trip.
We're gonna finish eating some dinner, pack it in, get up early, and get back at it. Get back out on the water and
enjoy our last morning here.
Yep. Hope for the best out there. So we'll see if we can hook some equal quality fish in the morning as we did this evening.
Get a good ending. A little cap to the trip. That'd be nice.
It would be nice. So we are going to call it on that note, and we'll see you guys in the morning. All right, so we're getting a late start this morning. Temperature dropped pretty low overnight. It's in the low 40s. Getting the Mountain House meals for breakfast. See the steam coming off of that. We're gonna finish up breakfast here, get back on the water, and enjoy the rest of our time here at Caddo. We did not get skunked this morning. Got a nice little guy on the line. So, but I'm not gonna complain. Good way to start the morning.
Caddo is about.
That is it for us on this trip. Caught, what, 12 fish total?
12, it's all right.
Six fish a person, so it was way better than we thought it was gonna be. So we are going to load the kayaks up and head back to civilization, unfortunately. Glad we could bring y'all along with us on this trip. This is the first trip we have been able to record and actually film the trip, kind of share it with everyone, so I'm excited about that. And always, we will see you guys later and keep adventuring.